first communication from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mokgotsi. And that contains a video link which we'll display for the Commission. That was dated 18 December. General, it's followed by a photograph of the same people, a photograph, a still. It looks like it's a still photograph taken from that video. Is that correct?
That is correct, Commissioner.
Can you explain what that's a video of?
Sorry, Mr. Sim. You say that was the 18th. What we have here is the 19th on the document. Is there an explanation for that?
Yes. Maybe what we should do is play the next two videos and then deal with this. If we can pause there. So what we see, General, is a series of videos of people entering a building called Menlyn Capital, including two pretty seriously armed officers. And it's on 2 days, the 18 December 2024 and 19 December 2024. Is that correct?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay, can you explain what's happening in that video and that photograph and who the people are?
Thank you, Commissioners. The two videos were forwarded, as well as the still photo, were forwarded by Mr. Vusimuzi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mokgotsi. The two videos and the still photo are depicting the two-day operation that was conducted by the members of Gauteng Counterintelligence Operation with regards to the Firearms Control Act compliance inspection, which was a follow-up from the operation that was done on the 6th of December.
And the next one is a link, if we could just play that video attachment. And that's sent, sorry, just for the record, before you play it, it's 26 December 2024 at 12:49 p.m. Do we have a problem? Apologies. And then maybe you can just read the next message to explain that.
Thank you, Commissioners. The previous messages, the first one on the same page indicated to Vusimuzi Matlala prepared to send a video of his app that was not working as a proof, and then followed by the message where Mr. Mkhuzi said there is no need to send a video, but still on the same day at 12:49, same day, 26 December 24, Mr. Vusimuzi Matlala is sending a video proving that his app is not working. The next message on the 26th December 24 at 12:50, Vusimuzi Matlala explaining to Mr. Brown Mukhosi that he can check it. It just turns blue, nothing happens. Our interpretation is he is indicating, of course, that his app is giving him a problem. The same day then, on the 26th December, at 13:18, Vusimuzi Matlala asking if Mr. Brown Mukhosi can take a call, and then after that, then there is a call from Brown Mukhosi to Vusimuzi Matlala. 2 calls.
At 13:18 and 13:21, respectively. Can we turn to page 11?
Then on page 11, we see the screenshot for the communication between Mr. Brown Mukhosi and the minister. According to our interpretation on the screenshot, we see Senzo Mcmhunu. The screenshot is forwarded by Mr. Brown Mukhosi to Mr. Vusimuzi Matlala with the messages reading the first one, it was during your tenure, and then there are calls in between, and then on Monday.
Before that, General, just explain that it was during your tenure. I don't quite get what it is.
And as you do so, if you could explain who's communicating. So the darker blue versus the lighter blue, who is the person who's communicating?
Yeah, according to our understanding and analysis, the communication, which is colored blue, is from the holder of the phone. In that case, it will be Brown Mukhosi, and the responses then will be different as we move on.
So the first message is, please update with the response. It was during your tenure. Do you know what that is referring to? And we don't seem to know when that exchange took place either, because there's no date above it. Is that right?
That is correct at this moment, because it's a screenshot with having previous discussions. One cannot then conclude or suggest or claim to be understanding as to what was the communication all about.
But who is supposed to have said, please update?
It's supposed to be the Minister Mchunu.
And who says it was during your tenure? Can we tell?
It's supposed to be Mr. Brown Mukhosi.
And then there are phone calls.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same for the breakthrough where it says Monday, December 2020.
So I think that's where
we
the
still
witness
coming
wants
there?
to go to, is actually that exchange, Monday, December 2023. Can you go there, General Khumalo?
Maybe before that, thank you for that, Mr. Sim. Right at the top there, so we've got the time stamp and date stamp of the 27th of December, and then 12:01. Then you've got 11:02 is that in the screenshot? What is that 1102? Do we know, General?
Our limited knowledge will talk to the 27th, 12th was when the screenshot was sent to Vusimuzi Matlala by Brown Mkhotsi at 12:01. And
The 1102 may be the time, the time that was reflected on the screenshot, but it's not linked to a date, so it's not that helpful.
And then after those two messages exchanged between 13:55 and 15:07, there are 3 calls. And then on Monday, the 23rd of December, there will have been a message from Brown Mkhotsi to Senzo Mcmhunu reading, "We got a breakthrough." And then followed by the calls on the same day. Then turning.
Do we know whether that was a call received by Mr. Mkhotsi or a call made by Mr. Mkhotsi?
The interpretation of the screenshot as these 2 calls were received by Mr. Brown Mkhotsi as compared to the 3 above that were made by Mr. Brown Mkhotsi.
General, before you go to the next page, still on page 11, top left of the page, it says there the message was deleted. What does that mean?
Oh.
According to my observation, commissioners, this is a screenshot and there is a gap between that message that is written, message was deleted, which might suggest that it's the previous message. When you take the screenshot, then that other page happened then to encroach with the page that you wanted to use.
Thank you.
It's, I think, as a result of the printout. So if you were scrolling through the phone, you would see it's actually linked to the Brown Mkhotsi message before that.
Just for the record, you said the first set of calls, and there are 3 of them. You said those were made by Mr. Mkhotsi. For the record, I think we should say the writing there says outgoing in respect of all 3. And then the next set, you say those were received by Mr. Mkhotsi. I think for the record, we should say that it says incoming.
That is correct, commissioners. The first 3 calls, they were outgoing, and then the 2 after the message were incoming voice calls.
And can you just give the time? We know it's Monday, December 23, but could you give the time of the 2 incoming calls?
The 2 incoming calls, the first one is at 11:23. The next one is at 14:49.
Can we continue with the screenshot? There's on the next date within the screenshot.
The continuation of the same screenshot on Tuesday, the communication now is on Tuesday, the following day, as reflected partly on top, page 12, where Mr. Brown Mkhotsi receives the message from the number saved as for Senzo Mcmhunu on his phone, with the message, was the arrest effected at 1919,
And the date there is reflected as Tuesday, December
December
24.
24.
Just remind us, what was the date of that operation where weapons were seized? Was it the second operation? Was it on the 24th?
It was on the 19th,
On the 19th.
Commissioner.
And this screenshot of this conversation is a screenshot not of WhatsApp, but of Signal.
Of Signal app. Thank you, Commissioner.
So the communications were taking place on Signal, is that right?
That is correct, Commissioner.
Can we move to the next text then?
The next text, which is the return of the theme 1 under IPID, Mr. Brown Mokgotsi is sending a message to Mr. Vusimuzi Matlala, reading IPID, that is on the 27th of December 2024 at 12:05.
So this is now the third reference to IPID. We had it on page 4, page 6, and now on page 12.
Page 12.
Continue.
Then the message from Mr. Vusimuzi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mokgotsi at the same day, 27th of December 2024 at 12:25, reading, "Let me know when you back." And then the next message now, the two messages from Brown Mokgotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala on the same date, 27 December 2024. The first one at 12:31, Mr. Brown Mokgotsi asking, "What does the guy need?" And the second message at 12:32, reading, "I'm heading to Cape Town for January 8, 08. And then the response by Mr. Dlamini, Mr. Vusimuzi Matlala at the same date, 27 December 2024 at 12:37, which reads thus: "The case needs to have assault for him to effect arrest. He is saying he can't do arrest if there is no J88 to prove assault, and my wife is not keen to open up an assault case. The guards who were assaulted at my house only coming back in January, they went home for Christmas."
Sorry, you say this kind of information would only be available to SEP's employees. It's internal information.
No, the kind of information can only be made available to the employee, him or herself only,
see.
not to another third party.
Okay, thank you.
So as I understand it, there's two aspects to that. The first is who has access to this software, this program, the Percel system. Who would have access? And as I understand you, you're saying it would only be SAP's employees, and in particular HR.
Yeah, that's correct, Commissioner.
And the second aspect of that is that even those who have access can't disseminate the information other than
To the employee.
to the employee.
And Mr. Mokgotsi, you may have already spoken to this. Is he at this point an employee of the SEPs at the time that he's forwarding this information?
Yeah, according to our investigation, Mr. Mokgotsi is not the employee of the South African Police Service.
Thank you, Commissioner. So can we then turn to the chat that starts on page 36? At the top of page 36.
On page 36, it's a message from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mkhotsi with the question reading, what is these things you just sent to me, brother? I see it shows several registration numbers of cars and residential addresses. The response on the same date, the 2nd of January at 14:18 from Mr. Mkhotsi to Mr. Matlala. The message reads, they used state money to buy those properties. Then followed by a call.
Is this out of sequence now? Because it does not seem to flow from what you were dealing with before, or am I lost? The last thing was personal information relating to some employee, and then suddenly there's reference to cars and residential addresses. Is there a gap in my understanding?
No, I think the way to understand it, Chair, is when you look at all of those those pieces of classified information, each one of them that we've skipped over,
okay, all
they're
right.
all sent
All right,
in one
all right.
batch or
All in
forwarded
one
at the
place.
same time.
All right. No, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. That is our interpretation that the questions or the question by Mr. Matlala to the sender of all these screenshots, which is Mr. Brown Mkhotsi, is the lack of understanding as to what are these things that he just sent. And then he's explaining. Then on the 2nd, still on the 2nd of January at 2025 at 14:29, they are exchanging a call, Mr. Matlala and Mr. Mkhotsi. And then on the 4th now of January at 9:46, Mr. Matlala is forwarding a message to Mr. Mkhotsi with the title Shocking Revelations. It is a forwarded message that Mr. Matlala would have got it from the social media and then forwarded it. The social media reflects the date 3rd January on the next page, 37. Then the Mr. Matlala is forwarding then the same message to Mr. Mkhotsi.
And before you move off that, if you can just say what in summary, this message is about, this social media post.
Thank you, Commissioners. Scanning, as I've indicated, that it looks like a message that Mr. Matlala got from the app social media X, from the social media X on the 3rd of January, and then screen grabbed it and forwarded it to Mkhotsi. The first paragraph suggesting that it's information received regarding the political killings task team from one of their former investigators at the task team. So it continues to talk to, on the first paragraph, mentioning the former Minister of Police and then also the current Minister of Police. And then I'm not sure whether I must go through the whole screen grab, Commissioners.
Perhaps just give us the substance of it.
And Chair, and perhaps if you could deal with the one aspect of it that deals specifically with you, that names you.
Then on the first paragraph, the names named are within the sentence that starts with, they were about to arrest the police officers who were implicated in the killing of Senzo Mcmhunu. I'm told that all reports that were withheld by Bheki Cele have been retrieved and handed over to Minister Senzo Mcmhunu. That is the message then contained in that first paragraph. The second paragraph, it continues to talk about the information, alleged information then around that case of the killing of Senzo Mcmhunu, mentioning some of the names of people that were involved, as well as other names as the firearms, the money exchanged, and then some of the noticeable names are the names that we are aware of that were part of our briefing yesterday on the same case. And also, as you move down, there will also be, I think, on the next page, 37, there is also a mention of General Khumalo, who was still a lead investigator in this political killings task team, which was also investigating this matter of Senzo Mcmhunu case, and who was told by former minister not to arrest crime intelligence officials. Then the last paragraph, it also talks about crime intelligence operating as a third force unit, which is why General Khumalo is heading both units, crime intelligence and the political killings task team. He appointed his brothers, families, and friends as investigators and bodyguards for him and Lushaba. Lushaba's bodyguard is a guy called Lushaba.
And it's signed, if one can say, by someone called not a peace officer.
Yes,
And
that's correct.
It's on the X platform. Do you want to respond to what you've just read, the allegations relating to you? Do you have any comment on that?
The shortened version of the response, commissioners, will be that is what we experienced soon after the disbandment letter was circulated, because between the first and the second, when the letter was circulating on the social media before its official communication channels within SAPS, soon after that, then we saw lots of misinformation that was all over the social media space, talking to either the political killings task team or the General Khumalo and others, but the misinformation will always have either the political killings task team or General Khumalo.
Okay, you can continue.
And then after sending or after forwarding that X information, Mr. Matlala followed it up on the same day at 1946 with the message to Mr. Brown Mukhozi reading
At 9:46.
at 9:46 with the message reading, "I see something very interesting here." And then the response at 9:49 from Brown Mukhozi to Vusimuzi Matlala reads, "Yeah, ne, gloves are off. Gloves are off." And then on the next page, 38, On the 6th now of January at 10:55, Mr. Brown Mokgotsi is sending a message to Mr. Dlamini. Morning, is it still fine that we meet tomorrow? I'm off to Cape Town on Wednesday, the 4th of January. On Wednesday, 4 January.
Sorry, Advocate Hasim, there seems to be an issue with the screen.
I'm advised that the issue is just relating to this page, and it was when the reductions of the phone numbers were conducted, it seemed to just glitch and it redacted other parts. But it's only this page that's affected. Chair, I would suggest we just move on.
Let us do so. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
General, so you were at the top of page 38, reading the message from Mr. Mokgotsi on the 6th of January 2025 at 10:55. Could you just start with read that again, please?
Thank you. The message by Mr. Mokgotsi to Mr. Matlala reads, morning, is it still fine that we meet tomorrow? I'm off to Cape Town on Wednesday for January 8th. Also confirming the house in Camps Bay. So the next messages exchanged between the two are an attempt to set up a meeting as per this first message read. At 16:35, a response from Matlala, where must we meet tomorrow, followed by a response from Mokgotsi Houghton, and then the next from Matlala asking the time, and the response from Mr. Brown Mokgotsi giving any time after 8, my boss. And then still on the same day, this communication about the arrangement of their meeting. And then Mr. Matlala indicates the time of his availability. I have 11 o'clock with my banker. Let me see you at 9:30 rather. That is the message then at 16:39. And then on the same day at 16:47, Mr. Brown Mokgotsi responding and confirming 8 p.m., my boss. Mr. Matlala agreeing at 16:47 on the same date with the message, oh, okay, I will see you later then at 20:30. The page 39, the first message is a strong arm emoji from Mr. Brown Mokgotsi to Mr. Matlala at 16:48, and then followed by 2 calls on the same date, the 6th of January. First one at 17:30, next one at 17:32, and a return call from Mr. Brown Mokgotsi at 18:27.